Welcome back to On the Spot. This week we dropped the hammer with NASCAR 09, so get cozy, because son, rubbing is racing. We've also got Ikaruga, which is kind of like a flying Japanese Oreo cookie possessed by a tweaked out Billy Mitchell toting a plasma rifle. On top of that, we've got Robert Ludlum's The Boring Conspiracy, in which we'll teach you how to disarm baddies at 180 beats per minute. So get to running, because On the Spot's ready to come at you like a spider monkey.
Like a spider monkey! Go on!
Shake and bake.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to On the Spot. I am Ryan McDonald, joined by Brian Eckberg. How you doing, Brian?
It wouldn't be a NASCAR intro without a Ricky Bobby reference.
You can't have NASCAR without Ricky Bobby nowadays.
They're synonymous, unfortunately.
It is true. NASCAR is on the show, as you saw in our clips. You got all kinds of good stuff there.
Yeah, I guess Frank and Aaron went out to a NASCAR event a few weeks back, and they taped a whole bunch of stuff. They did like the Richard Petty driving experience.
Did they get to show that?
I think that's actually, we're going to
awesome.
see that in a bit. So
Do you know
cool.
what else we're going to see today?
Tell me.
Dude, we're going to see The Boring Conspiracy.
That game looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's like all the people, I can see the questions coming in already.
Everybody wants to know.
Born, yeah. He played online, what are the weapons, all kinds of good stuff
Yep.
there. And then we got the new version of Warhawks coming out next week.
That game looks awesome
We got Incognito Entertainment on the line. They're going to be taking us through, showing us what's up and
Cool.
what that's all about.
Yep.
And that's just a little bit. There's like crazy thing to show you. We're going to show you today like our little exploit of the day and like how you can get like unlimited XP in Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
Really? Like
Yeah,
cheats?
totally cheating.
No kidding.
Yeah, totally. Until they patch it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then
right after the show's done.
Totally, yeah. And then you guys got a new sports show to
Got
talk
a new
about?
sports show. We're
The
going to
lineup?
tease that. Yeah, we're coming out very, very soon.
And then Ikaruga and a bunch of other odds and ends, giveaways. So it's a full pack show.
I can't wait. Let's get started.
All right, let's do it. So let's go ahead and throw it to Aaron Thomas, who is out in Florida checking out NASCAR 09.
Aaron Thomas here with GameSpot.com here in not Paris, but Las Vegas. I'm here for NASCAR, everything NASCAR. I'm going to check out an actual NASCAR race. I'm going to get a first look at NASCAR 09 for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I'm going to wrap things up with the Richard Petty experience. I'm going to get to go around the track in a real NASCAR. Let's check it out. Hi, this is Aaron Thomas with GameSpot.com here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, not only to check out the Sprint Cup race this weekend, but to talk to Scott Stutzman, senior producer with Electronic Arts, about NASCAR 09. You guys announced that Jeff Gordon will be gracing the cover of the game this year. How are you guys integrating him into the game? He's not just a pretty face, right?
Absolutely not. We're pretty excited this year with NASCAR 09 and having Jeff involved with the game. This year we're utilizing Jeff Gordon as kind of your guide and your mentor.
Now, the big gameplay feature this year is your reputation. How does that affect what happens on the track? How do you improve your reputation? Or I guess if you want to make it worse.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, Jeff being involved into this, Jeff has a phenomenal reputation out there on the track and as a personality outside the track. So the goal here is he's guiding you through into building your reputation, and your reputation will turn around and get you better sponsors, more prestige when you're racing on the track. You'll be recognized as, you know, a skilled driver or not so skilled driver, and the AI will behave differently based on your reputation score out on the track. Last year, I think we really hit home with the simulation model. We need to make sure that we're encompassing the whole group of people that love racing games. So that's one of the things that I think that we focused on this year, is to make it more accessible. So the handling model will be much more forgiving and allow them that accessibility and to enjoy that NASCAR racing experience.
Well, the game is NASCAR 09. What's it coming out for, and how long do we have to wait?
NASCAR 09 is coming out on June 10th. We're shipping on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360.
We'll go watch a race?
Absolutely.
Let's go. What a day. These cars are loud. Got to check out NASCAR 09 for the very first time. I watched an entire NASCAR race, and to top it all off, got to ride around Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Richard Petty experience. It was awesome. So looking forward to checking out the game June 10th. And until then, I'm going to go for another spin.
Some serious NASCAR 09 business. Now, I think, Aaron, you're standing over there, Brian. Was that the awesomest thing ever?
You know what? This isn't Aaron. We'd like to think it was, but he's wearing a helmet. This is like GameSpot's version of the Stig from Top Gear. This is Ricky Bobby.
Okay.
It's game time.
That's right. It's game time. So that looked like fun.
I totally won.
You totally won. I know you did. So NASCAR 09. Speaking of winning, it's time to win in the game, right?
I'm going to do it.
Let's do it. We got NASCAR 09 here. Just got this today.
Just got it in today. I haven't had a chance to mess around with it too much.
Yeah.
This is the first thing you'll notice new here is Jeff Gordon is in the game, and he kind of guides you through your career mode. We'll tell you, right now he gets you accustomed to the game, tells you what level you need to be playing on, and eventually we'll give you tips on and feedback based on how you're doing. So we'll go ahead and skip the test run here. He's going to tell us we need a license or a credential. We don't need no stinking
Screw that.
credentials.
No, we're getting on the track.
So we're gonna race now. You see up there on the top, Craftsman, Nationwide, and Sprint. All of them are in the game this year.
Right.
And let's see where race now takes. I don't even know.
No, it could be anywhere.
He's gonna tell us about the banners.
He won't shut up,
Jeff, I
Gordon.
already told him, buddy.
That's right.
So we're gonna do NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
We don't want to do the trucks. We want to do the car of tomorrow.
Yeah, we're not even gonna be Jeff Gordon. We'll be. We've got a bigger list of drivers this year.
Okay.
And I haven't gotten to check everyone in here, but this is a new addition this year. Carl Edwards hadn't been in the game before, so
okay.
We'll go for a ride here.
Got a little video of where we're racing.
Where do you want to go?
I would. My gut would say road track, but this is NASCAR, so we'd probably go oval.
All right.
Talladega or Daytona.
Oh, I don't know about Talladega.
Really?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to Texas because I won't go there in real life. It's too hot.
Okay.
So we just skipped an intro there. Each course has an intro, or each track, and they'll tell us a little bit of history about it. And it's some driver that I can't remember, an old dude.
Cale Yarborough.
Nah.
Richard Petty.
Someone not as good as me.
Oh, that could be anybody.
That's true.
Anyway, so one of the things I know they're doing with this game. Oh, you've got the visor down.
Ready.
We're ready to race. One thing I know that this game is doing is trying to make it a little bit more approachable for newbies. How's that working out?
Yeah,
for
I mean, like not everyone's as skilled as I am.
Right.
So they're gonna make it a little more friendly. So if you bump somebody, instead of spinning you out right away, sending you into the wall or turning around backwards, they're gonna maybe make it if it wasn't too bad. They're just gonna just give you a little nudge, slow you down a little bit, and you'll be able to get back on the track. Whew. So
Let's go racing, boys.
They're hooking me up here. They're putting me in first place.
Wow.
They know it's eventually going to happen anyway.
Right.
So I'm going to give these guys a sporting chance. I'm going to slow down and wait for them.
Let them get around you.
Yeah, I'm just going to let a few get up here.
Okay.
Make it a little interesting.
You're using the in-car view, no less.
I'm crazy like that.
That's brave. Only Ricky Bobby.
These guys are nudging me.
Yep.
Oh.
There's a nudge for you.
That wasn't me.
So here's the thing, yellow flag. Last year you couldn't skip it, right?
Yeah, and this year you totally can.
Which is awesome, because otherwise you'd be doing 2 or 3 laps under the yellow.
Yeah, you're gonna see right here that I totally got hosed by this guy.
Yeah, how
I didn't
dare
do
he put
anything.
the rear of his car in front of yours.
A bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna skip that. We're gonna get right back into the race. They're gonna tell us the order, and we're gonna get right back into green here.
Well, while we're looking to go green, Ryan, do you have any questions for Ricky Bobby about NASCAR 09?
I've got a ton of questions for Ricky. Colden Cullen out of New York wants to know, is there going to be a PC version?
I do not believe there's going to be a PC version. I think it's 360, PS3, and PS2.
Excellent.
We'll switch views here.
Get a look at that car from the outside. The Office Depot number 99. Looking
I've
good.
got some more questions for you, sir.
Hit us.
I'm actually going to say this one just because there's everybody, I guess it's the oldest joke in the NASCAR racing book.
Uh-huh.
Everybody wants to know has the ability to turn right been put into the game?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yes, you can turn right on road courses that have right turns. But
There you go.
For the ovals, You can turn right on them. It's just not going to help your race.
Yeah, it's going to be a little problematic for you if you do it too often.
The other question that I'm getting a lot of, believe it or not, is from a lot of the folks over in the Europe. They all want to know: is this something they're going to have to import? Is it going to be released over there?
I'm
throwing the hard questions at you.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. Aaron, do you have any insight on that?
That I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess that means NASCAR is getting pretty big if we're getting questions like that.
Yeah, it must be. They're not. It's not just Formula One over there.
Here's one for you. I got one from Amar Montazer out of Cairo. He wants to know: is there any new race modes in NASCAR 09?
Any new race modes?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be challenges that you go through in your career. Apparently, it's going to be set up a little like Tiger Woods was last year, where you'll have different challenges to do, on different tracks. So those are kind of different modes. It might be pass somebody. It might be get the lead in a certain amount of time, or maybe just achieve a certain speed.
Yeah.
And so that'll mix things up. It won't just be racing full races. Although you can race every lap of every race if you're hardcore.
Joey Maddox out of Florida wants to know: do you know if they fixed the online lag issue from 08?
That is one of their big plans. What they're doing is they're going to be adding servers that are going to help take some of the load, at least the matchmaking load, and according to them, that will smooth things up quite a bit. So answer is yes.
And it's 14 players online this year. Is that up from last year? I can't remember.
I think last year was like 12.
Okay.
And they originally told me 12 for this, so maybe they're making it mo better.
Yeah.
Clips out of Brooklyn wants to know what are the online modes there are.
It sounds like it's going to be similar to last year. There aren't going to be any online leagues or teams. The official line is they want to leave that up to the users, but I guess maybe that's something to look forward to next year.
Cool. Ryan, do you have maybe one more question for us?
I've got so many more questions, but I'll only trouble you with one more.
All right.
And I will hopefully make it a good one here. Lots of questions about customization, but this is like you guys are putting some preview coverage up on this, right? There's more info to be found on the site.
Yeah, we put up a preview today on the game.
I'm going to take a shortcut.
Saw it earlier in the week.
And that is pretty much where I was going to take it.
Okay.
Stale Cookie wants to see you guys wipe out once before we go.
All right, this one's for you.
Yeah, just give him oh, wow. Well, why don't you,
I guess I didn't do it.
You could turn all the way around.
Think so?
Yeah, maybe.
The one thing, just from my perspective over here, that car looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like the back end of that thing, like the reflection and everything off of it.
Yeah, it looks really good. And it looks like the frame rate's a little more steady this year.
Yeah, already this game looks better than last year's and seems to be running smoother. And I saw it a month ago, and it's already looking a lot better. So they're making some really good progress. So that's it's encouraging. Yeah, but it's a nice looking game so far.
Cool. So NASCAR 09, do you know when it's coming out?
June 10th, I believe.
Just around the corner, so we'll be looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Ricky Bobby.
For the record, I'm in last on purpose.
Of course. That's because you want to pass all 43.
That's right. Again.
Cool. Well, thanks so much. Ryan, what have you got for us?
I've got a little bit of our own competition, little info for you. Of course, we're going to do our Halo 3 tournament. We've been doing it all week long in terms of our prelims. Today's our finals match, actually. This is the one thing that's weird about the Halo stuff. Because the spectator mode is like so good, like the replay stuff, we're actually holding our finals today. You can't see them just because we're doing it like somewhere over this way. And but tomorrow, if you tune in at 4 o'clock, you'll get to see the full Halo 3 broadcast. But enough from me. Let's check in with Jody Robinson and Homer Ibarra, who are standing by in our Tournament TV Center. Take it away, you guys.
What's up, party people? Homer Ibarra here in Tournament TV Central with my girl, Jody Robinson. How's it going, Jody?
Great.
So what tournament we got going on tomorrow?
Halo 3, it's called Fly That Flag Tournament.
Fly That Flag Tournament. And as we can see, you got some prelim action going on. You've been watching all the players going at it. What can you tell us so far?
It's, as you said, a lot of action. Multi-flag is the mode, and yeah, tons of action.
Any folks that we should be looking out for?
Tons.
Tons of people. Anyways, we won't give away too much. Tune in tomorrow, 4 p.m. for the Halo 3 Fly That Flag Tournament. Thanks, Jody, for joining us, and I'll toss it back to the stage.
Thank you, Homer and Jody. Halo 3, of course, 4 o'clock tomorrow. Check it out. We've got Brian, we got all kinds of good people in there, dude. Jody was a little modest there because she's right. I saw some of the prelim action. I saw some of the stuff that was going on over there. I saw some of the replays, and those dudes are serious. Those dudes know how to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing when you get away from a game and then come back to it, how the level of play has increased in just a few months since Halo's come out. I'm sure that the people playing that game these days are just insane online. It's going to be a good tournament.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of Halo 3, you know, got the tournament coming, but, you know, we got some new Halo 3 stuff to take a look at. Bungie, did you hear about this, Brian?
I heard a
Bungie
little bit about
basically,
it.
they got a new office. They were showing off a lot of the props they used for that little short film that they made. I know you want to see all that.
They got solid gold carpet now.
Oh, yeah, they got all kinds of the digs. But enough for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the new Bungie Studios and see some of the fun that they have down there.
Hey, we are here at Bungie's offices in Kirkland, Washington, and I'm standing here with Vic DeLeon, senior level artist. Vic, tell us about your lobby, because this is Bungie's new digs, right?
It is. And this is in downtown Kirkland. We're right next to the waterfront, and there's lots of restaurants and lots of bars and lots of fun places to hang out at. And this is where we live 90% of the time. This is some of the cool props that were created by Weta over in New Zealand. And this right here is the UNC armor. And this is full life size. This is, as you can see, it's nicely weathered. This guy's taken a few hits. I'm not sure what happened down here. The beautiful, glorious hammer that weighs about 28 pounds. It's pretty heavy. Spiker, which kind of has a little bit of a thing going on here.
Oh, lights up.
It does. It does, and it's pretty good with the. You have your BR right next to the door, so you have BR start. This is actually how big it really is in real life. So, you know, it looks kind of smaller on the Chief, but, you know. Speaking of the Chief, whoosh, that is a life-size version of the Chief. Just to give you a little bit of a scale, this is kind of the way it is right here.
This is kind of a little shrine to you guys, yeah?
Yeah, this is our award wall. This is where we put all our fancy schmancy stuff that we want to impress people with when they come in.
This would be a Game Center award, and I was around when we did this. Bowling pins, huge deal for us.
Here's one of our favorites. This is the new VES Awards, the Visual Effects Society Award. You can get a close shot of that. We got that for Best Special Effects in a video game. Those are the Team Ninja swords that were awarded to us there from Team Ninja. We have to have toys, and this is our toy showcase. If you were a kid on a shopping spree, this would be your first stop right here. We've got the Halo Click stuff and the funny hats and things like that. This is what's called the Hallway of Doom. We have a little webcam here. This actually, you can keep track of who's coming back here. And here you have it, the Street Fighter machines. At any time during the day, you can usually hear people. It kind of sounds like this, right?
We should turn it off.
Yeah, no, dude, don't ever turn these off. It's a big no-no. Instant firing for turning off the Street Fighter machines.
Good to know. And so, if we want to read deep into this, these inspired Halo in some way.
Well, I wouldn't say inspired, but more motivated, perhaps. I would say, the whiteboards. You can get a taste of some of the things that happen. I'm not going to say exactly what happens on the whiteboards inside.
So you're going to show us the rest of the building and what you guys are working on back there, right?
Sure. You want to follow me into the studio?
Of course. Let's go.
All right, let's go. See, that's what you need right there. Ah, psych! Sorry, guys. This is where the tour stops.
Well, we did our best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Maybe, maybe next time we have an open house, you guys will be invited.
We'll totally come, and we won't tape in there at all. All right, well, we're gonna get out of here now. Be sure you check the site tomorrow, because we're gonna actually have impressions and video of the legendary map pack that's coming really soon, because that's why we were here. We didn't just kind of stop by and say what up to Bungie.
GameSpot.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you soon.
Hey everybody, and of course that's a look at us having fun down there at Bungie Studios, and of course next week is going to be the Mac Pack coming out. So I'm sorry, tomorrow. So basically, be ready for not only our Halo 3 tournament tomorrow at 4, but also get your Mac Pack on and have some fun yourself. But speaking of fun, we are about to have a whole bunch of fun because we are sitting with two of the people that are responsible for the Bourne Conspiracy. How's it going, man? This is how you doing, man? Long time no see. Yeah,
That's right.
totally. So right now I'm joined by Emmanuel Valdez, and you are the let me cheat over here, Chief Creative Officer and Game Director of High Moon Studios. And of course, we are also joined by Sean Levatino, who is the Senior Technical Game Designer. That's an awesome title, by the way.
Thanks.
And you guys definitely have one of the games that everybody was really excited to hear was going to be coming in today, the Bourne Conspiracy. And there we see Jason Bourne running along and taking bullets already.
Yes, he is. This is actually one of our flashbacks in the Bourne Conspiracy game. Our game actually consists of sort of two sides of Jason Bourne. The hunted, the Jason Bourne that we're all familiar with, the amnesiac on the run. And we get to actually explore a little bit of Jason Bourne's past when he remembered when he was an assassin. So this is actually a flashback mission of when he remembered when he was the fully functional human weapon. And he's out after a escaped political prisoner through a busy airport in Zurich.
Well, now, just to back up a little bit for people, I can't imagine there's anybody watching that doesn't know, but of course, this is based on the popular movie series that featured our good friend, I'm sorry, what the hell is his name? Matt Damon, there you go. Matt Damon running around being the super badass, like, assassin, CIA assassin style, right?
Right.
And so how does this pick up in terms of the storyline? There was, you know, we've seen the movies. Where's this play out?
Yeah, so basically we had the whole library of the Bourne universe to explore, both the books and the movies. We chose to get a lot of influence from the movies. The Bourne Conspiracy doesn't exist in the current entertainment library. You have 5 books, you have the 3 movies. What Conspiracy is actually parts of the Bourne identity, which is the first movie and the first book. We've taken basically the main key story elements and some of the key action moments, and then we explored his past by telling the story of Jason Bourne when he remembered when he was a Treadstone assassin.
Now I don't see any likeness similarities between Matt Damon and the character you guys got running around.
No. He has chosen not to participate in the development of this game, so we basically created our own version of Jason Bourne. Yeah.
Is he better than the Matt Damon version?
I think so. If you were to, I don't know. I'll leave that up to other people.
You already
to
said
say.
you think so. I've got tons of questions from the audience, I do believe. Is that correct, Brian Eckberg?
Oh, yeah. People are, Andrew Stewart from Calgary is echoing a question a lot of people have. Want to know about the cover system and how that works.
Yeah, so we're using Unreal Engine 3, so you'll see a lot of the Gears of War heritage in our game too. So players can use cover and wall work, as you can see here demonstrated here, while in shooting mode. Players can shoot out of cover. As you see here, Sean's demonstrating some of the cover system. He's surrounded by many different types of enemies. You can see here you can actually blow the cover out and flush his enemies out into the open. So we have a lot of destructible elements. They can do the same thing to you, so you gotta be very careful. In this scene, all these cars are fully destructible too. Like you use that to actually hurt your foes that are trying to take cover behind these vehicles. And yeah, shooting plays a big part, but hand-to-hand combat is a big, very serious feature in our game. Everyone remembers Jason Bourne fighting in the movies. They're some of the most memorable moments, and we want to make sure we recaptured that feeling from the movies.
Now, I see this cutscene coming in here.
Yeah, Jason Bourne is jumping onto this moving cargo plane. Doesn't give up too easily, so he's not going to let this political prisoner get away too easily. So here's a demonstration of our hand-to-hand combat system, which was actually choreographed by the fight choreographer of the movies, Jeff Amata.
Oh wow! How was it hard to take what he was telling you guys what to do and make it into actual gameplay?
No, he actually broke down the fighting style of Jason Bourne from the movies to pretty simple principles. It's based off of Kali, which is mixed Filipino martial arts, Eskrima, Arnis, and a little Jeet Kune Do thrown in there for the mix. Here's a quick action event. Sporadically stick these in throughout our levels to keep players on their toes.
Now, when he was fighting the guy just a second ago, I saw like a little that thing right there in the bottom right-hand corner is flashing the B button. What's that all about? Is that like
right? So takedowns are basically Jason Bourne's signature hand-to-hand combat move. You would do takedowns by building up your adrenaline, which is that meter in the lower right-hand corner. There's 3 tiers. Each tier designates how many people Jason Bourne can take out at one time. He's surrounded by 3 guys, so at the same time while he's engaged in combat, oh here, this is actually a 3-man multi-person takedown. Goes into quick action events. If he was successful, he could actually take out 3 people at the same time.
Didn't work out.
But actually, he failed that one. We'll take a pass on that. But players can actually weaponize every inch of their environment. Every inch of the interior is plane, all of our levels. He can use the back of that truck, the walls of this airplane. You get a better demonstration here. Here's the political prisoner, the Vandalin, who's a much more skilled fighter. So he's one of our boss characters. So Sean's unleashing as many combos as he can to build up his adrenaline. The Vandalin, who's a boss character, can take down Jason Bourne, so you have to be very careful. There he smacked his head right into the window, and you can see the paper flying out, starting to lose cabin pressure, so his actions are starting to affect the plane itself.
Now, you've been, how long have you been working on this game, man?
Oh, over 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've known you for quite some time.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
I think the first time I met you, you were working on a fighting game, correct?
Right, Ready to Rumble boxing.
That's right.
That's right.
I was one of my favorites, but I'm hogging all the time. Brian Eckberg, you got some. I know you got a billion more questions from the
people
audience.
are wondering about a demo for this game, when it's coming out.
Well, what you're seeing right now is one of the levels from the demo, which is coming out in a few weeks, early May.
Really?
Yeah, both on Xbox Live and PS Network.
Oh, that's super fantastic. I know we got a bunch more. You want to try to get through a few more, Brian?
Yeah, I guess people are seeing a lot of the hand-to-hand combat here, and they saw some of the gun battle before, and I guess people are wondering, what's the balance there? How often are you fighting it out with a guy, and how often are you shooting it out?
Well, that's a great question, because that's really up to the player. We don't have discrete shooting levels and discrete hand-to-hand combat levels. We let players choose, so they can choose to play the majority level if they really like the hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
They could do that. They could throw in a little mix of shooting. They could try to shoot their way and do gun battles throughout a level. It's really up to the player. One of our biggest features is the ability to seamlessly switch between the two. So they can be engaged in combat. Players can rush the person shooting at him. He'll disarm him, go automatically into hand-to-hand combat seamlessly. After he disposes of his enemy, he'll quickly draw his weapon.
But it's like, just to be clear, it's not like Sean could decide to whip out his gun right here and try to end this fight early, right?
Well, and this is a boss encounter, and all of our bossing. We do have shooting bosses in our game, so you see a mix of some shooting bosses, some hand-to-hand combat encounters.
What, now we saw the fighting, we saw the shooting. Any other elements that we're not seeing right now?
The Jason Bourne that we know is the Jason Bourne on a run. So we do have, and he does drive. We do have driving. We actually recreated the Paris chase scene from the Bourne Identity.
Oh yeah, that is super.
That was a fun moment.
Brian Eckberg, any more questions for you, sir?
Yeah, I guess I've got a question here from Michael Nielsen in Denmark, who wants to know, basically he's asking about the level of stealth play in the game. Are there stealth kills and levels where you have to be sneaky?
Yes, I'd say we're stealth light. So our game is more or less focused on high intensity and action. We do have some stealth elements. There are some infiltration missions, such as at the beginning of the game. If you remember the Bourne Identity, he had the failed assassination attempt on Wombosi, and that's where he developed the conscience. He couldn't kill him, and he gets shot, and he loses his memory. So the first few missions in the game is actually that mission is the infiltration onto Wombosi's yacht.
I know one of the questions I saw, and there are a lot of too. Any multiplayer stuff? This game looks like it's kind of suited for it.
No, this actually we focus mainly on the single player experience. So there is no multiplayer.
I gotcha. And we're getting toward the end here. Brian Eckberg, one or two more questions from you, sir?
Sure. People are wondering about, you might have touched on it a little bit, but how does the storyline in the game mix with the movies and the books that Robert Ludlum wrote?
Yeah, so we looked at the books, and we basically took a lot of the spirit of the character from the books. We were more influenced by the movies because that's the Jason Bourne that a lot of fans are more familiar with. So again, we took some of the key story elements and the action moments from the Bourne Identity movie, such as the Paris chase scene and the Mini Cooper. And then through chance encounters and through different parts, he gets flashbacks. where he remembered when he was a Treadstone assassin. So, and those storylines, we basically tell the story, the breakdown of Jason Bourne, because he just didn't just develop that conscience in that failed assassination attempt. So we sort of tell the story of the breakdown of Jason Bourne. Missions go awry, they aren't well planned, and basically at the end of the day, he develops his conscience. Yeah.
Well, anything else from the fans for the fans at home that are watching?
Yeah, well, the game comes out this June, both on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. The demo's out in a few weeks. I encourage everyone to play it, and I encourage everyone to pick the game up if they want to play a great action game, the first ever Jason Bourne game. We promise players that they become Jason Bourne, and I think they will get to experience that.
Right on, man. Hey,
all right.
Thanks for coming by and showing it off. It looks really sharp, and thanks for playing, Sean. So appreciate it. We are right now going to be going across the studio to Brian Eckberg, who is standing by with Tyler Weingartner, and you guys have some fun shooting over there too, right?
That's right. I've got Tyler Weingartner with me, of course, and we're talking about a game that you feel very strongly about, Ikaruga.
I'm fond of this game.
Yeah.
Yesterday was one of my favorite days this year because Ikaruga, one of my favorite games ever, came out on Xbox Live Arcade.
Very cool. So we've seen this on other platforms, right?
We have. It originally came out in Japanese arcades, then on the Dreamcast in Japan, I believe just Japan only.
Okay.
Eventually came out in the United States on the GameCube, and now you can get it on your Xbox for 800 Microsoft points.
That's a bargain.
That's pretty good, considering I think Dreamcast versions, last time I was over there, were going for $50, $60 US.
Wow. All right, well, let's dive right in and check it out.
Alrighty.
For the four people who don't know, what is Ikaruga all about?
Ikaruga it's pretty much the last great vertical scrolling shooter. It's made by the folks over in Japan called Treasure. They're pretty well known for making super technical shooters. This is pretty much what they're most famous for in the recent past. People who have been playing games for a while probably remember Gunstar Heroes on the Sega Genesis fondly. That was one of theirs. The key thing to know about this game, the key thing to pay attention to, is the concept of polarity.
Okay.
You'll notice I can't right now because there's a little story sequence going on, but I can change my color from white to black, and that all the enemies in the game are also white and black.
Huh.
And when I'm the opposite color from my enemy, I do double damage. When I'm the same color as my enemies, I can absorb their bullets. So you kind of are constantly changing up between being offensive and defensive in your strategies. The other key thing here that's going on is as you absorb bullets from your enemies, you build up this meter that you kind of see in the lower left-hand corner here. So I get enough energy built up here. I can use that to release some cool homing lasers, although that wasn't really all that clear because I shot those guys at the same time I shot them with lasers.
Right.
But that's the game in a nutshell. I mean, it's pretty simple on paper, but what it makes up for is some pretty complicated gameplay.
Yeah. This game is notoriously, I guess, challenging is the right way to put it?
That is the right way to put it.
Yeah.
The game, if you're good and you're playing it beginning to end, it's not that long. It's 5 stages, and if you're just blasting through it, you can probably play through it in a single sitting of about 40 minutes.
Okay.
The nice thing about that is that this game provides a pretty constant and steady challenge throughout, and it's really one of those things where you'll feel compelled to really perfect your score as well as you can. I mean, beyond just finishing the game, this game has this really spectacular combo system, which I'm not doing a very good job of maintaining right now.
Right.
Basically, you want to kill your enemies of same color in threes. You kill three black enemies, 3 white enemies. You don't have to alternate, but basically you kill your enemies in threes, and what that does is for each set that you defeat like that, you'll build up your score for killing those guys will multiply by a power of 2. So once you get up to the maximum combo, I mean, you're getting like 25,000 points. For any set of enemies you kill.
Cool.
I do apologize, I'm dying an awful lot.
You're doing well. You're doing better than I would if I was talking and playing this game.
As Greg Kasavin said once when this game came out a long time ago for the GameCube, death is a way of life in Ikaruga.
That's right.
Anyhow, what I was saying is, that's one of those things where it almost turns the game, once you get past just the shooting element, this combo system really almost turns this game into almost a puzzle game.
Yeah. Cool. Ryan McDowell, do you have questions for our resident Ikaruga expert?
I got one from Chris Kamarudin out of Malaysia. He wants to know, will there be new stuff in this Ikaruga compared to other consoles, like new stages, achievements, etc.?
There is definitely achievements. Of course, it's an Xbox 360 game. The only real new thing here, because this is pretty much a straight-up port. I mean, because fans of this game are so rabid about it. I mean, if they changed anything about it, it wouldn't be Ikaruga, and people would be furious they called it that. The biggest thing that they added to it is they added co-op over Xbox Live. The kind of upsetting point about that is that with that you get some lag, and all the games that I've played so far in it have been a bit more challenging than I really would like them to be, just due to mechanics of lag and network play.
It's kind of a bummer. There's a lot going on screen, but you wouldn't think that it would be taxing the 360 system that much.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just my connections at the time weren't as quick as they could be. Here's hoping.
Yeah, but it's just two-player. Right?
It is just two-player.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I also have one fact to point out. It was something actually I was hoping we could do in the studio, but I don't think they wanted to do it because it was a little tough. This game, you can actually rotate the view you look at, right?
You can do that because you notice, and this is upsetting people who've never really seen this game before. You got this fancy HD television screen, and you're using 1/3 of it. I mean, you got some nice, kanji stuff on the right and left side of the screen that looks pretty nice. That's a new feature in the game, but not really used for gameplay. What you can do is you can rotate the game so it's you basically, if you have the opportunity to set up your TV vertically. Then you can play, so it's using up a whole lot more of the screen.
It's real quick and easy to do. If you hit pause and go in the options, you show them.
Yeah, definitely.
The reason why I'm stoked on this is because I've got a big ass TV at home.
Yeah.
And dude, so I did it. It's just mind blowing. It's I couldn't stop. I literally had to lay sideways so I could play the game and everything. And it was just so awesome though. It just gives you so much more.
Yeah,
view.
this is the thing. One of the things that's different about this is that in the GameCube version, they would actually do a thing where you could. It would also rotate your controls.
Right.
So you could actually play this as a side scroller. Not so with this one.
We're going to see Tyler fail.
Yeah. So you've got to either lay on your side or set up your TV on its side. I actually pretty much ruined my old 13-inch TV that I wrote about in GameSpotting so long ago.
Wow.
Setting it up vertically so I can play this game.
Can I give you one last question?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna.
One question is Zach out of Florida wants to know how the graphics compare to previous versions.
I mean, obviously they've been sharpened up for looking in HD, and it looks great. I mean, it doesn't look like they just upscaled it. I mean, it looks like they redid a fair amount of artwork here to put this game on the 360.
And I'll sneak one last one from Alex Sosa out of Charlottetown. Any online score rankings?
Yes. So you'll have plenty of opportunity to see how much better everybody else in this game is than, probably you and most definitely me.
All right. Cool. Well, that was quite possibly the most informative game demo we've ever had. That was incredible. Tyler, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate
Thank you for having me.
All right, no problem, man. We're going to take a look now at a tape segment on, I guess, on the PlayStation 3 store. That's pretty cool. Check it out.
Right on.
Hi, my name is Grace Chen, and I'm the Senior Manager of the PlayStation Store. So today we're going to take a brief look into the revamped PlayStation Store, which will be available in mid-April. So as you can see, the brand new look and feel of the store. It's no longer web-based. It's a native application, so what that means to you and to others is that it's a lot more dynamic, it's a lot more fluid, easier to navigate. The content appears a lot faster, and it just makes the shopping experience a lot better. So as you can see, there's 8 new primary categories for you to browse through the content. Previously there were only 4, so now whatever you're looking for you can find a lot easier. A lot more art spaces. This ad here is for GT5 Prologue, but it can also be swapped out to be the what's new and top downloads list that you see on the current store. If we go into new releases, this is where all of the week's content, all the new releases will be displayed. So basically, if you're a regular user of the store, you're going to want to come here to check out what's new for that week. If we go into downloadable games, you can see there's a lot of different ways to sort for this content. The newest games, which is indicated by the star, you can browse by platform, so all of the PSP games, all of the games that are compatible with the PlayStation Eye, everyone's favorites, the PS1 classics. Also by top downloads, and you can sort the content by genres, or just view it alphabetically. So a lot of great ways to look for your content. View all by title is something that you might already be familiar with. It's what we currently have on the store. If you have something in mind, like Pixel Junk Monsters, for example, you just want to go to the corresponding letter, and you can just scroll over to the title. So in this case, Pain is the first title here. You can go over to Pixel Junk Monsters, and here is where you'll find all of the downloadable content that is available for that particular title. It'll include all the themes and videos, the demos, and the game. And one of the best new features that we have is a preview function. So without even having to leave the store experience, you can watch a video. You can also see a series of screenshots, whichever content that we have. In this case, we will play a preview of the video. Not only is it just within the store itself, you can also go full screen and take a look at the video. Yeah, that's something that we are excited about. And then you can also add the product to your shopping cart right away. And once you do that, you see that there's a shopping cart indicator on the product. So you know that that item has been added to your shopping cart. If you've made a purchase, so for example, I've already purchased Pain here, there's a red shopping bag icon to indicate that that product has already been purchased. And the other categories you see are add-ons. So these are add-ons to your favorite downloadable or disk-based games, free playable demos, videos. These are game trailers, movie theatrical trailers, as well as Blu-ray trailers, themes and wallpapers to customize your cross-media bar, and featured items. So under featured items, those are probably some of the most favorite games from the PlayStation Store team. If there's an event going on, we might put up content that's specific to that event at that time. So keep your eye out on that, because we'll be changing that around. But overall, you can see that it's just a lot more fluid and a lot easier to find content, so we hope everybody likes it. This is just the first of many enhancements that are coming down the road for PlayStation Network. We have a great lineup of content coming out this year. So as we all know, GT5 Prologue will also be available on the store. There's a great game called Echochrome, which is that black and white puzzler already being touted as Game of the Year. So we have a breadth of content, not only the big, full, robust games that are also available on Blu-ray, but some of the simple puzzle games as well. So we're really excited about that. So that's a quick look into PlayStation Store. Again, it'll be available in mid-April, and we welcome people to come to the PlayStation blog and leave their feedback and comments about what they think. And again, this is just a test version right now, so there might be a couple things that are a little bit different by the time it goes live, but overall it gives you a good sense of what the revamped PlayStation Store will be like.
So there you have it, a look at the new PlayStation 3 store, which is launching on April 15th. Just 2 days after that, there'll be a new game coming out that'll be hidden as well. It is the new version of Warhawk. It's Warhawk Operation Broken Mirror. And to tell us all about it, and as you can see, sometimes they actually let me play games on the show, and it's awesome. To actually tell us all about, though, is Dylan Job, who we are joined by the magic of the telephone. Hey, Dylan, you are the game director working on Warhawk. Is that correct, sir?
That is, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good and enjoying this high technology known as the telephone.
The telephone is magical.
It is.
I also have what is also pretty much unbelievable here in front of me, and that is the new version of Warhawk that is going to be, I think it's super, you guys are going to release this thing for fairly an inexpensive price, which is $7.99. What does this new pack have for us, sir?
Well, it's got a variety of things, including Happy Meal treats and all kinds of good things. It's got a brand new level. Our fans really, really wanted a snow level, and so we gave it to them. We gave them a huge snow level cut into a bunch of really small, awesome layouts. Actually, twice as many layouts as the last booster pack. So it's got twice as many. That's like double the value.
Oh, wow.
And then we've got a new vehicle that's fantastic for all of the ground troops called the APC. You can get 6 guys into it. They can use all of their character weapons as they roll around as kind of a death posse. You can spawn directly into it for a mobile spawn point. It creates like the mother of all bubble shields, so you can set up these kind of forward bases. And plus, it's got this crazy ram attack where you can double tap the throttle, build up an energy charge on the front of the APC, and then ram forward like a charging bull and just cut through all of the vehicles and troops that are in front of you.
I'm actually in the APC with Bones right now.
Oh yeah, Bones is one of our software engineers.
Oh yeah, we just totally blew up.
No, I'm sorry.
That's all right, but I'm going to try to spawn directly into the APC again. See if I can do that.
Yeah, one of the great things about the APC is that while it has a ram attack, by default it has no weapons. And so it really is kind of a clean slate. It's up to the players to configure interesting ways to use it. So we've seen players in tests, get a bunch of guys with rocket launchers and roll it around like anti-aircraft vehicles, or get a bunch of guys with mines and then just use it like a mine layer and drive around the level. It really is interesting to see how players use the vehicle.
Well, it's funny because you call it a ram projectile, but really it is. It's just like a big, crazy blue giant projectile that comes out of there and jacks
it's like
people.
a crazy fireball. Of course, there's back fiction behind all of it. It just uses the same type of shield energy system that it can deploy for its big plasma shield. But yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, some of the best kills I've ever gotten were huge, like Dukes of Hazzard style air jumps with the APC, the energy coursing across the front of it, ramming right through a Warhawk. It's pretty damn gratifying.
What else do you have for us, sir?
Well, we've got, so you've got the booster pack, Operation Broken Mirror.
Yeah.
It's available on April 17th. Again, going to be great because we've got that new store rolling out on the PS3, which we're excited about. And we also recently released a really great patch, and kind of patch is a misnomer because it was really more of a gameplay update for all the players recently with the 1.3 patch. We've been monitoring the game balance for all of our games around the world for many months now, since launch. And we noticed that the combat economy of the ground troops was really not where we wanted it to be. So we included in the patch, free for everyone. You didn't have to pay for these weapons or anything. A new wrench that allows you to heal all of the vehicles and sabotage enemy vehicles, and also a biofield emitter, which is basically, it behaves a lot like a totem. You can throw it down on the ground, and it emits a radius of healing for your ground troops, but a radius of damage for enemy troops.
Now, one question I have here is and these guys are brutal. These guys, they don't care that there's a live show and I'm trying to show stuff off. They just come in here and blaze me down.
You know what? I told them, I said, take it easy. Anyone you don't know, take it easy. But you get worked up. The adrenaline goes, and if you have the flag, it doesn't matter whether you're media or not. We're equal opportunity fraggers.
I understand, and I respect that totally. Brian Eckberg, do you have any questions for Dylan while we have him on the phone, sir?
Yeah, people are wondering if there are any new game modes with this new version of the game.
The question, just to relay it if you didn't hear it, Dylan, is that people are wondering if there's any new questions. Any new game modes? Yes.
Yeah, that's been a feature that we've gotten a request for a lot from our players, and we didn't put any new gameplay modes in the booster pack because we don't really think it's appropriate for us to have to charge for new gameplay modes. We are looking at a couple new gameplay modes right now, and while I can't officially announce anything, we are looking to, in an upcoming patch, release some gameplay modes that'll be patched into all the layouts and all the levels for free. I can't go into the details about them, but players are going to see a huge jump forward in the replayability for Warhawk, and again, players have already logged hundreds and hundreds of hours. They're going to get 2 new gameplay modes that are going to again breathe new life into the game.
That sounds awesome. So let's hear it one more time. It's going to be $7.99 on April 17th, PlayStation 3 store. Is that correct, sir?
That is.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Dylan. Looks great. Can't wait for everybody to be on and playing next week. And
absolutely.
We'll take it out. So thanks again, Dylan, and we'll talk to you next time, sir. Have a good time.
Thank you. Rock on, everyone.
All right, thank you so much. Dylan Joad, everybody, game director of Warhawk. Looks pretty awesome. Brian Eckberg, what do you think, sir?
I think that looks great, man.
Yeah.
I want to play that for sure. And I want to play this as well. We've got Sean McKennis.
Yep. How you doing, Brian?
How you doing, man?
Doing well.
We're looking at the new maps in Call of Duty 4, but before we get to the maps, I just want to say you look like a dirty, you're just sitting there. You look like a camper to me.
I was camping out for a little while, you
Yeah.
know. I didn't want to kill too many people and force the game to be over, because I'm that good.
Yeah, I understand. So it would be unfair to the other people.
It would be, yeah.
So Call of Duty 4 just got some new maps, right?
Yeah, some new maps came out on Friday called the Variety Map Pack. The one we're checking out is my personal favorite. It's called Creek. It's a lot like Overgrown from the original game.
Okay.
It's this huge, massive outdoor environment. And the thing that's cool about it is that you've got this big ridge over here, and then a huge valley, and then a big ridge in the middle. And basically, this map is just a sniper's playground.
Yeah.
Because you throw on a ghillie suit, you hide in these bushes, and you can take out anybody you want. But yeah, this map is pretty huge.
It's pretty awesome. I was sort of making fun of you, but you're doing what you're supposed to do on Creek, right? You're supposed to find a spot and shoot fools.
Exactly, yeah.
That's really cool. So this is just one of 4, right?
Yeah, this is one of 4. The other ones are called Broadcast, Kill House, and Chinatown.
Okay. And this one looks, you're getting owned.
I am getting owned here, yeah.
So can you give us, I know you're playing this one right now, can you give us an overview of what people can expect from the other ones in terms of setting and that kind of thing?
Yeah, the other one that's really cool is Broadcast, and that one's set in the sort of the TV studio from the campaign.
From the early part of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one of the most intense parts,
The
right?
super hard part of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy got knifed. Yeah, and that one's pretty cool. It's a good balance of indoor and outdoor. There's another one called Chinatown, which is a remake of a Call of Duty 2 map. That one's cool because there's a lot of little alleyways and gateways, and it's really small and compact. And yeah,
I love Chinatown playing headquarters. I love Broadcast playing headquarters. I mean, I guess, Domination, those are 2 good ones that I'm a big fan of too.
Yeah.
Creek, I'll be honest, out of the 3, I notice a lot of the guys that when we get on there, sometimes depending on the game mode, we'll just actually vote to skip it so we can get the other 2, or at least when they're running the Variety Pack little standalone little 3-map rotation for the new maps.
Yeah, exactly.
But now that they're integrated in there, obviously I think that'll happen a lot less as people just have 3 new maps in rotation. That's always good.
And one of the other new maps that doesn't really come up in regular rotation just because it's too damn small to accommodate anything really, it's called Kill House. And it's basically based on the training level from the campaign. Yeah, so you're in this sort of like training area. You've got silhouettes of bad guys on the walls and like targets you can shoot, and it's pretty interesting. It's got like a vending machine you could theoretically buy candy from, except you can't.
Now there's one question I have here from Mo in Egypt. He wants to know, are the map paths for all 3 versions, 360, PS3, or PC, are they free too?
As of right now, I believe it's only out for the 360. They cost $10. It's coming out soon for the PS3 once they get that new store up and running. The PC, I don't believe we have any information on that quite yet.
I think I read a story they were trying to figure out exactly how they're going to do it. So 800 points, by the way, 800 points is $10. Is that what that equals out to?
That is 800 American dollars. Or, sorry, 10 American dollars.
800 American points.
It doesn't even seem like real money. It was like 800 points, hell yeah, new maps, Like, but now you're telling me it's $10? I paid $10?
I know, I did the exact same thing. I went and downloaded them as soon as they came out on Friday. I had a little trouble because
everybody was grabbing them, right?
Everybody's grabbing them. Marketplace was under some stress, but I kept trying and I eventually got them in. They're awesome. Easily worth $10 for a Call of Duty fanatic like me or Ryan.
Oh, totally. Jacob Davis out of Columbus is wondering why, according to him, 85% of the people that play Call of Duty 4 already bought this, so why are we showing this?
Because we think it's awesome?
Yeah, because it is awesome.
Yeah, totally. But,
and for those 10% who haven't bought
totally.
it, they need
people
to.
That haven't actually done it, I highly suggest it.
Yeah.
It's 3 new maps for awesome. But this is the weird thing. I say 3, but it's actually 4.
Yeah.
The 4th map I didn't even know was actually in there though, because you actually have to go play it in just the 2 modes, right? It's the cage match or
exactly, yeah.
Or the hardcore. Is that right?
Yeah, cage match and hardcore. I'll do a really, really quick private match here. Try to get one of those
And there's one
new
thing
ones.
while I have the opportunity while you're doing that, by the way. If I may be so bold. All right, so people like last time we did the Call of Duty 4 thing on Tournament TV. People, like, come on, M16, M4, they're very similar. It was far away. You don't know what the monitor I was looking at. So I read comments. I see what people say, and so I apologize that I didn't call the right gun, right? But whatever. You want to test my skill? I'll tell you my gamer tag right now. Iron Mac D2. That's right. IRON MAC D2. numeric 2, look for me online.
He's
see,
calling you
see what
out,
I know.
jerk.
See what I know. But back to you guys. Sorry.
Thanks for that, Ryan.
Totally. Yeah.
You told that 14-year-old off.
I did. I did.
So this is the kill room.
Kill house.
Kill house. Yeah. So
the cool thing about this map is you've got little silhouettes of the bad guys. So occasionally you'll run in here and you'll jump like, oh crap, shoot him, and realize he's not actually alive. So that's always fun.
You don't want to shoot everybody with a turban.
No.
No.
But yeah, the maps are really cool, and Kill House is it's small. It's a lot like Shipment, but it's really cool if you've got like 4 to 6 players and it's not too crowded.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, Sean, this is out right now. You're probably going to go from here and go play more of it, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Cool. Well, Sean, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And now we're going to send it back over to Ryan, and you've got a guest with you, right?
I do have a guest with me. Before I get to that, though, Ben Parker out of Alameda. Whatever, dude. I'll take it. I got a question from him. He says he wants to play. I'll play. I'll be there later. But enough about that. Let's look at another fun, shooting game. You can see I take pride in my gaming skills. Don Francis, you're joining us now, and you have brought another fun shooting game.
I have.
This is Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
It is.
You've been big on this one, and you told us that you have found something amazing. Is that correct?
I have. I was.
Well, actually, before you begin, I think we have a whole graphics thing for this. Do we not have a whole graphics thing for this? If we do, let's roll it. This is how good this is. Look at this. Exploit of the moment.
Awesome.
Yes. So show us this amazing thing you can do. Tell us all about it.
Okay. By plumbing the depths of the internet, I have uncovered a very handy exploit on this particular map, which is the first of the single-player campaign in Vegas 2.
Yeah.
Where you can kill all the dudes you want and get 10 XP per kill. So what you do, as you see, I'm just offing the same dude over and over again for 10 XP. And if I want aces, just aim for the head, get headshots aplenty.
Okay, so I understand what is happening, but like,
Yes.
how is that happening? What is?
I will work through it.
All right.
I will allow myself to be killed.
Okay.
Lest someone think that I'm being killed through. All right, that's it. You're not gonna do it.
It just means the frame rate crazy.
It does,
Yeah.
because there are too many dead dudes on the screen.
I gotcha.
So I will respawn from the checkpoint. So this is the very last checkpoint in the first level of the first chapter of Vegas 2.
All right, so the very first one or the very last one?
The very last checkpoint, of the very first level, of the very first chapter.
Got it.
Okay, so start here. You just fought your way through the room, past the control panel. There are going to be 2 dudes right here. What I do is, I'm lazy, so I let my AI counterparts get them. And I have selected the 21E and the SAW with 100 rounds apiece. So then I can come through here. Your 2 buddies are waiting, and you tell them to disarm the bomb.
Okay.
You run over, you throw a grenade to the right window. When you see that you have detonated someone, you know you've done it correctly. And then the same guy at the turret will respawn over and over again.
And so for people that like me that are too busy playing Call of Duty 4, to be honest.
Okay.
What does this exactly do for you? Obviously, does the XP work the same way, unlock weapons and all kinds of stuff?
It does. For those people who haven't played the first Vegas, theoretically you could unlock the achievement for Private First Class. But for those of us who played the first one, that achievement's broken,
I gotcha.
and it won't unlock. But you can also rank up all the way to Elite, which is 400,000 experience points in a day of playing. So I played for, I don't know, half an hour earlier this afternoon, and I amassed the better part of 30,000 experience points.
Right on. So do you think this is going to be something that is going to get fixed in a patch, or how long has this been out there, do you know?
This has been out there since the game shipped.
Oh, yeah?
So anyone from the day it was shipped could have been doing this. So I would really suspect the number of elites that are online now.
Well, I mean, we, of course, don't necessarily condone any kind of cheating or you know, thing like that, but it's there. It's in the game, you know.
It is.
As the, I'm sorry, you're going to say?
And I would hope that when they fix this, because I'm pretty sure this is a loophole that Ubisoft would close, I would hope that they would fix the 2 broken achievements as well.
What are the 2 broken achievements for you here?
Private First Class doesn't unlock if you have played the first game, because you start at a higher rank than it is, basically.
A little bonus for those guys that played the first one?
It's a little bonus against the people who played the first one. And then completing the campaign on a realistic does not unlock all the time. it's actually very suspect. So
Okay.
I completed it day before yesterday, I think.
Nothing, huh?
Achievement didn't unlock. Did it a second time. Didn't unlock.
Broken achievements. That's whacked out.
It is.
Well, thank you, Mr. Don Francis.
No problem.
Hey.
It's my pleasure.
Right on. Excellent. You gotta be looking for some awesome, new, fun, crazy ways to cheat in the future, sir. Come back and show us.
I don't cheat.
Okay. Exploits. Brian Eckberg, you've got some business that you are going to tell us about. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've got a new sports show, Ryan McDonald. And it's called The Lineup, and we've been working on it hard with the guys from Sports Gamer, and Aaron has been involved with it as well. So I think we're going to actually take a look at a trailer for the debut episode of The Lineup coming up right now. It's time to punch Michael Vick in the face.
Now get out there, rookie, or I'll slap you so hard your mama will cry. It's The Lineup.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the debut episode of The Lineup. I'm your host, Brian Eckberg, and this is our, twice monthly sports show. We've got makeup and ties and Shanker, so we're looking good.
The guest pitch feature has evolved a little bit. You try to guess both the pitch location and the pitch type prior to the pitcher throwing the pitch. And if you're right, it's going to light up, so you'll have an advantage when you're actually hitting.
Hey everyone, we're here at the 2K Sports Video Game Challenge. I'm joined by Brad Hennessy of the Chicago Cubs. I'm joined now by Jack Tashner with the San Francisco Giants. Hey everyone, I'm here with Mike Morath. Hey everyone, I'm joined by Milton Bradley here at the 2K Sports Video Game Challenge. Joined by Bob Howard with the Chicago Cubs. Hey everyone, I'm joined by Houston Street. NBA Ballers Chosen One marks the return of Midway's arcade basketball series and the debut of Ballers on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. For Chosen One, the developers at Midway are aiming to create a basketball game that's one part street hoops and one part fighting game.
Hi, this is Aaron Thomas with GameSpot.com here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, not only to check out the Sprint Cup race this weekend, but to talk to Scott Stutzman, senior producer with Electronic Arts, about NASCAR 09.
I don't think that affect anything. I feel like being on the cover of a video game is just being on the cover of a video game. I feel like your on-field play is something that speaks for itself.
There is a look at the lineup. Dude, you guys, that looks awesome.
Yeah, well, thanks. Yeah, Homer came to me a few weeks ago and said we need to make a sports show happen, and so we've been working hard on it, right?
Yeah, plugging away. Hopefully the viewers will get a chance to watch the premiere episode tomorrow. That's our goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But if not, look for it on Monday.
Now, the baseball roundup was a huge chunk of that episode, correct? Or-
Yeah, that was sort of the centerpiece. But the nice thing is that a lot of things have been going on at the beginning of the year. We've been to a lot of events, and so we're always out there at WrestleMania and things like that. And every one of those things, we are always thinking, what can we do for the show, on the spot? But now we're thinking also, what can we do for the lineup?
Totally.
There's just so much stuff, huh?
Yeah.
I think for the most part too, the sports gamers guys have been really looking for a platform to really flesh out because the content. I don't know if everybody's been watching what those sports gamer guys do, but it's awesome. It's like if you want to know how to play these games well, because I'm a sports fan, but by no means am I a real good sports gamer. It's like I go to those guys. So this is I feel it's an opportunity for those guys to really just exploit the hell out of these games and just show what the full capacity is really all about. So
strategy is going to be a huge part of the show.
Yeah,
We're going to be doing lots of breakdowns and making people better sports gamers.
Yeah, and we will punch Michael Vick in the face
every show,
game, every show,
until he's out of jail, and then maybe and then afterwards.
Yeah,
Maybe.
And then if he brings up a lawsuit, then we'll
because
drop
he
it.
will have paid his debt by then.
Sure.
Does he need to be punched? I don't know.
Every time, though. Every time in the face.
Well, I tell you what, if the viewers demand it, we'll continue punching.
He killed some dogs, man.
He did. I
Come on.
can't abide by that.
Dogs.
Dogs.
He can at least take a couple in the face. Just at least.
A couple shots in the grill.
Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. So the lineup, hopefully by tomorrow.
Yep.
If not,
but
Monday.
definitely soon.
Yeah.
Excellent.
right,
So that's pretty much the close of our day, just about. We do like we like to do sometimes. We can give some stuff away.
Nice.
This dude, you know this guy, right? You kind of know this guy or no?
Yeah, he wrote like the Dritz books.
R.A. Salvatore, apparently he's got this brand new book out.
Yeah.
You might be wondering, why is Ron McDonald giving away books on the spot?
You don't read.
No, I don't. That's why I'm giving them away. But the reason why I'm giving them, because R.A. Salvatore actually has a very strong video game connection.
Yeah.
This dude has wrote like video games. He actually works at a company apparently that Rich Gallup works at.
Yeah, I think Rich hired him.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah,
Are you
I think
serious?
that's true, yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
This dude writes books, and that guy hired him. So this is the one that's the special edition. It's like the first edition. This dude signed it. So if you are a fan of this dude, and he's like wrote some Star Wars stuff. And
But now it's got your handprint on it. It's worthless.
It's okay, whatever. I barely touched it. But yeah, so here's the question. I don't have the trivia module thing ready because I didn't send the question to the graphics guys before the show.
So listen carefully.
So listen carefully. On the spot at GameSpot.com is the email address you want to send in if you want to try for one of the two books that we have, one signed, one not. And so here's my question for you as I look over here at my email. My question is going to be, in addition to his novels, Salvatore wrote the story for the PS2, Xbox, and PC video game Blank in 2004. Working with the design team at Somewhere. Can you tell me what that game was? Do you know? Do you really know? Okay, don't say it though. Okay. You can write it down or something.
I'll enter later.
You know? That's a hard one, huh?
Dude, I don't read. Come on, who are you talking to?
I know. So that is the end of our show. Anything from you two gentlemen before we go? Sports Gamer Podcast.
Yeah, podcast started this week called From the Bleachers Sports Gamer Podcast. Look for a link on the homepage. We're blowing it out with sports.
Dude, it's all sports all the time.
Is it just because it's like spring and there's nothing but spring training and all kinds
Pretty
of
much,
business?
yeah. Well, it's because baseball's coming. Baseball started. Playoffs are here. NBA, NHL. It's time to go, man.
You know, I'm a boxing fan. When do I get to see Don King's prize fighter?
You know, hopefully soon. But we might have some. I don't want to tease too much. But we might have some face breaker stuff coming up.
Oh, you know, all right, that's pretty awesome.
Yep.
And Tournament TV, of course, is tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So
big news.
Yeah, totally. Chris Waters will be there.
Awesome.
What are you guys doing? You guys know Halo?
Yeah, I know Halo.
Yeah, come on, hang
Sure.
out. Little Halo.
Drop by.
Yeah, totally. So that's it for us here in the studio. Ryan McDonald, Brian Eckberg, Homer, and Aaron Thomas. You want to sneak in a final demo? Is that what I'm hearing?
I have to burn the rope.
What's burn the rope, dude?
I don't know if we have time for a demo.
Leave me alone. I have to burn the rope.
He's gonna like this is what? There's a boss at the end of this tunnel.
Hell yeah.
You can't hurt him with your weapons. To kill him, you have to burn the rope above. Have fun. What is this, Aaron?
I have to burn the rope. What is that little dude?
He apparently has to burn the rope. That dude is awesome. That's apparently the dude who's gonna burn the rope. Is he gonna burn it with that torch?
That hat is tight.
His name is Testy.
This looks like some of those PC crazy games you guys find and download.
It's not indicative of anything.
No,
is
that's
it?
what I'm saying. I'm totally guessing.
I mean, you know.
Oh, you burn the rope!
The rope is burnt.
Oh!
Yo, look at that guy. He's done.
Rope is burned.
Done. You burnt the rope, sir. Thank you very much.
Is that it?
Testy jumping
That's it.
around.
All right, we're gonna say goodbye while this goes. Thanks you all for
Yeah,
joining us.
burn the rope, you guys.
Burn it.
We'll see you tomorrow on Tournament TV. Thanks for watching.
Then you burned the rope and saved us all. You burned the rope and saved us all. You burned the rope and saved